All right. Well, we survived the holidays. We're back for another live stream. So hopefully everyone is ready for us to do another year of live streaming on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So, yeah. How was your break, TC?
It was good. I got a lot of riding in, and then I got sick, so then I didn't ride for like the last week of it. But I did make it up to Steamboat over Christmas Eve. Got to rip some nice pow turns, all that jazz. It was good. How was yours?
Awful. Fucking sucked. First off, I'd rather drive across Kansas than Nebraska anytime. It's way easier. It's just straight. You just hit the cruise control and it's straight. But 2 days after arriving in New York, my dad got COVID and we had to promptly lock him in a bedroom and like stay away from him. Christmas got postponed. And then when he was feeling better, we decided to do Christmas, but we told him he had to wear a mask and he wasn't allowed to touch anyone. He promptly ripped the mask off and coughed on my mom, who got COVID. So for 2 weeks, I had to take care of my parents, and I kept testing negative. Fucking ridiculous. So, and the worst part is my dad has 2 forms of stage 4 lung cancer. So this should have killed him. The whole time I was like, he's going to fucking die. He's just going to die. This is it. This is game over. He's dead. He survived. So we got that going on. But yeah, so there was that. And then driving back to Colorado through Nebraska, I had to drive through an ice storm. People look at you funny when you're doing 85 in an ice storm. The road was clear, just the car was caked in ice. I had to get gas by the border, and the gas pump was so caked in ice, I had to kick it to break it off. And the guy inside is just like, "What the fuck you doing?" And I was like, "Dude, it's the only way I'm going to get to this pump." So anyways, there was that. That was it. I didn't get to do any riding because it was 63 degrees on Christmas Day in Western New York, and Holiday Valley was charging $97 for a lift ticket when they had half of 5 runs open. Like they had a swath down the middle and it would just be mud puddles and shit. And I was like, I am not paying that. So yeah. Yeah. So
that's tough.
But hey, we're getting snow now. So I'm not complaining. I came back. I left shitty conditions and came back and we got snow. So
yeah,
it was good. We were definitely riding, POW today. So,
well, it's because you jinxed it. When you left, you're like, yeah, when I leave, it's just going to be totally just nuke the whole time, just dry and warm. And it was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah. So let's start off with the first super chat that we can actually see. And that comes from our boy Letters. Smash Pow, ride the Endeavor Archetype, click links. I did ride the Endeavor Archetype yesterday and today.
You did?
I did not click any links. Watch yourself with the Remind Insoles link. Clearly it was porn. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. All right. Let's see. We got a double duty one here from Yim. First with the super chat. I hope everyone is out absolutely shredding right now. I'll be over here holding it down, nursing my torn groin. Hashtag Slim's mom. Hashtag ain't nothing to mess with. Did you rip your groin on Slim's mom? And then he follows it up. Does the World Peace ride like full camber? Looking for a jib-friendly parkboard with snap, but have never liked rocker at the contact points all that much. Hope your vacations were great. Well, vacations were shit. Pretty sure that board is just straight camber, isn't it? It's like
it does have a little bit of rocker on the tip and tail.
Oh, does it? It has like that flat spot, like that
tiny bit.
Yeah, no, it rides like camber.
It does. I actually really like that board when I rode it. I took it out to the hike twos on a wet POW day, like when they first came out with it, and that board cruises. Like it makes it through some technical shit. So I was stoked on it.
Yeah, for being a jib board, it's actually a lot better than people
think
it truthfully is.
Yeah, I know. It was more versatile than I thought for sure.
All right. Well, let's give this man a spin. Oh, where are we going? Hot soup coming through. TC had some of that today.
I should have just yelled that, and that would have been the end of it.
It would have been the end of it. You were too polite.
I was too polite, and I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and I was like, man, I should have just been a dick about it. Just instantly just yelled hot soup, and people just get scared and move away. I got to go back to doing that, not be polite about it.
Yeah, no reason to be polite. All right, we got Ian. Blow fun for TC, less Taco Bell, more blow. But Taco Bell gives him colon blow.
Yeah.
So
Blows
it's
it out
still
my ass.
it's still blow. It's just not the kind you want. So yeah.
Nope. Not a drug guy.
Well, you got yourself a jumbo sticker pack, sir. Make sure you claim it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll mail that out to you.
I'll add that to your snowboard that I still haven't sent out because I'm fucking the worst. I'm the worst at sending prizes out. Like last night, I was getting stuff ready, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, man, I'm fucking tired. I'm playing video games. Fuck these people. I'll get to it when I get to it.
I even sent out the shit. Come on, no.
Yeah, well, I've got
Sticker
everything
packs, I
laid
got you guys
out. I've
on.
just got to sit down and weigh the packages.
Well,
I do need board boxes, though. That's the problem. I need like 2 board boxes, and I don't have any. And I keep asking shops, and they're all out. So I'm like trying to find board boxes. Otherwise, I got to make a ghetto ass box, and I do not want to do that. Or I've got to pay like $25 for a box.
well, also you didn't want to ship it out during Christmas time because they like jacked up the rates. It was like $50 for a T-shirt. It was ridiculous.
$85 to send a 5-ounce hat to Canada.
Yeah.
And that was through USPS. I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. So
More than the hat cost.
yeah. All right. So this one from Mike T. Welcome back. Hashtag Mercury's changed my life. And I'm pretty sure he bought Mercury bindings.
That's right.
You know.
There's a
you know,
shit.
TC.
There's a shit. Yeah.
Toe side, never. All right. Okay, from Savage Eyes. Hi, are you guys going to test the new public research and public experiment? Thanks. Not this year, 2025, hopefully. Yeah. We actually get the first 2025 stuff on Saturday from
Hopefully.
Solomon. Yeah, hopefully.
Yep.
So yeah, so we're starting. TC actually finished the last 2024 review today. Yep. Dinosaurs Will Die, Power Reaper. On a pow day. So
On a pow day. So
On a pow
it was good.
Yeah.
It was a
Flat
good
pow,
day.
but it was pow.
It was fine. Hey, I floated, so I didn't care.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, we did that. All right. So we got letters. Any comparable boards to the 20th anniversary Capita Black Snowboard of Death? So I want to say like the Alchemist is kind of up there with it.
Yeah.
And that LibTech TRS, because you love LibTech letters. You do. You love it. Let's see what else would be in there. You might like an Amplid UNW8 or Unweight, as some people call it, but it's always going to be UNW8 to me. That might be another one. I don't know. You got anything like that for the Death Machine?
I mean, like if you want something super stiff and fast like that, you could do like an Ultra Mountain Twin would be stiff enough. Or yeah, I mean that one's tough because they don't really make boards like that. I mean, a Commissioner maybe, but
no, the Commissioner's too
it's not
stiff.
gonna be as versatile.
The 20th was actually the 20th anniversary is softer than the current Black Snowboard of Death.
Oh, okay.
And so it's more torsionally soft, and it had a radial side cut.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of where you're at with it. Actually, if you can find a Nitro Super Team, they didn't make it this year, but that would be fairly close too. It's okay. They didn't make it this year. It'll probably come back next year. I haven't even looked at the new catalog from Nitro, but let's give this man a spin. Toe side, never. TC, did you go toe side today?
Yep.
Sinner.
That board's fun toe side.
Gotta repent.
Little slashes.
All right, we got Beziums. Welcome back. Turning a 165 in Pacific Northwest POW is a workout. Nice to get some snow. Hashtag send it to the moon. Hashtag spin for slim. Hashtag RIP All Stackers Adventures. Hashtag RIP Charles Lowe's 22 Kinko Mitts, hashtag join the Discord, hashtag ride Thirsty Thursday. So yeah, Thirsty Thursday 2/22, so February 22nd, Ski Cooper. We're doing a meetup up there. If you book you have to buy your lift tickets 2 days in advance, but if you do it on Ski Cooper's website, it's $30, and it's not the most challenging resort. It also has the slowest chairlift on earth.
Yeah.
It's like 22 minutes to get just up the front side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll probably take 30 to walk
riding
it up.
a rope, or riding a T-bar too.
Yeah.
But
or if
all
you
are
can, just
welcome. It's outside Leadville, Colorado. All are welcome to attend. So. And spray some skiers. Spray some skiers. So TC, want to tell people about Slash and Burn coming up?
Yeah, so Slash and Burn, it's the 30th year of Powder Tools being open, the 10th year of Slash and Burn. It's on March 23rd this year. It's yeah, we're both
93
on the day, actually.
Powder Tools. Powder Tools.
Yeah, 30th year anniversary, 10 year of Slash and Burn, so it's gonna be super fun. It's on a Saturday. They do have an adaptive class this year, so that's the first year they're doing that. And then they're also going to have a mountain shuttle from Mountainside to downtown. So you go to the after party, see all the results, see where your friends need to pay you, or you need to make good on your wagers. And then also no hard boots and no race boards.
Yeah, no race boards. No Donics.
No Donics. No custom boards, none of that. I think the free carver should be okay, though.
It should. It's mass produced.
It's mass produced, and it's technically not a race board.
Nope, it's not. It's just a carving cruiser, just like a Peace Seeker.
Yep. I thought about it, though. I was like, man, do I just get the 160 for that race? And me and Abram will be there, actually. So,
yeah.
We'll be there.
TC will be competing. I will be interviewing people because Bernie told me I have to. I don't want to, but I will be interviewing people.
Yeah. So. It's a good time, though. There's always like 400 people there. Always really good vibes. Normally really good weather. Last year there was got like a foot of snow before the race. So just fresh pow on top of, and then it just got nice and soft. So course gets a little buck, but it's good. Kids are the day after on Sunday as well. So you don't have to deal with them side slipping and making the course shittier. They can have it once we're done.
Yep. No crotch goblins.
Nope. More of an adult event, I would say, for sure. And yeah, super fun time.
Yeah,
you
so
definitely be there.
That's in March.
19th
or 21st and 22nd, right?
23rd.
23rd, 22nd and 23rd.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. Yep. Pick up your stuff the 22nd, and then the 23rd is race day, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Be at the race course. And then they're doing, when you buy your tickets, you can buy a race ticket as well. That is actually good for the whole mountain. So you'll be able to get anywhere with like a super discounted ticket. Yeah. So if you don't have one, that's a good way. You take your 2 laps and just go cruise Steamboat's Mountain all day. It's a great mountain. So,
yeah. So there's that, and the link is down in the description of this video for anyone that does want to do that. So yeah. All right. Okay, where are we? Let's see. From Tyler Richter, I second Orient. Less tacos, more Coke. I think they just want you to do some bad cocaine that makes you angry.
I guess, maybe.
They just want you. I've been reading the comments lately, and they're like, he needs more anger. And I'm like, you got to realize some of these videos that are dropping were the first ones he filmed and not the newer ones. So they were like, we filmed those last year in like April, in March and April.
Yeah, like March time it was. So it's like something like
that.
Yeah,
for the battalion bindings it was.
Yeah. So. Battalion, the first review we dropped of me was the first one that I ever did.
Yes.
And
that was the cruiser.
Yep.
How do you feel about the cruiser?
I hate that thing. I still stand by what I said. I still stand by it. I've had people in reps be like, "Hey, man, can you not tear my shit apart like that?" And I was like, "Just don't make a bad board like that, and we're gonna be fine."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they lose a turn. Yeah. Ugh. S. Scott 1986. Loving my public dispute with the new and improved union forces. Thanks for the reviews and the recommendations. Hashtag consume. Hashtag click the links. These guys know. Ooh, ouch. Nothing. Ugh.
Well, he's got a new board, new binding, so
Yeah.
there's that.
All right. And a new kid. He had a new kid.
Yeah.
There you go. Making the next generation of snowboarders, which will probably be the last generation that ever sees real snow. That's sad. All right.
That is sad.
We got Thick Boy 69. Having severe foot pain in the outside of my foot. Boots are correct size, KT boundaries with 10-ish days. Which insoles should I try out? Can only ride half days at the most right now and willing to try anything. So if you got the stock insole in there, pull that out. I would say get something that's actually snowboard related, a Remind, a Shred Sole, even a Super Feet for it. But the bigger thing would be maybe you just need a better insole and you need to heat mold those liners because like that Intuition foam can be a little tight till it breaks in. Because I have to break in my new Thraxuses.
I've been breaking in new boots. It sucks. But the other thing you could try is either like turning your angle out a little bit more, and that might help just because your foot might be sitting weird in your boot or something where it wants to push out more. So
you know,
that
if you
might
just
help.
ride these, it'll get rid of all your pain because you'll have different pain in different areas. I mean,
like your knees and your back.
Yeah, your knees and back will hurt so much you'll forget about your feet. It's kind of like the major pain way of dealing things. Let me see your finger. Snap. See, that bullet wound doesn't hurt so bad now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't even this week, like this is my first full week of riding my new boots, and I haven't really noticed the pain on them just because it's been so cold here, like below 10 degrees when we've rode the past few days that like I can't feel my feet. So that might be the new way to break in your boots, actually. If you can't feel them, it don't hurt.
It's okay. But I do have a piece of snowboard history I want to show everyone. So this was the second iteration of a company ever trying to do a strap-in, step-out binding. This is the Bonhoeffer Freebase, and they used magnets. Like, and then it was on a cam system that when you would step in, then you would basically rotate your foot to lock the cam system. Full Product Safety Commission recall from the US government. I rode these things. This thing, and the best part is only one of these bindings had the plate, so the other one was like normal weight. So there was like a 5-pound difference between the two of them. The only reason I have those out was I was filming the Clue review and I needed something for comparison's sake so I could talk to all the naysayers. And then I deleted that Clue review because I wasn't happy because I didn't feel it was angry enough.
So would they send you just like you bought it based on if you're regular or goofy?
No, so their bindings aren't anatomical.
Oh.
So, all right. So, so this one has the skid plate on the bottom and everything, right? It's got all the bullshit. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the actual inside of the tray, it's not anatomical. Oh. So you would actually swap your straps over and your high backs over whatever it was. So basically, you know, you had a right and left high back, and that was the only difference. And you would just flip the straps onto everything. But I mean, these things were super fucking cheap. Like the frame and everything, these were just built cheap. The straps are super fucking cheap. And it's the same thing that the Clue bullshit had. But the only difference was they got that giant ass magnet on there. So
that just seems terrible. Why would I want to walk around?
Drop your phone next to your binding and watch it fry.
Why would I want to like walk around or like push with a full binding on my foot?
Yeah. Well,
what happens when it gets caked in snow and ice?
It's not fun. I had the so it's got a 4-cam system, but 2 cams will engage on. So there's one on every corner on it. And so when you would put in and then lock in, 2 of the cams would engage. I had it completely disengaged and stepped out of it at a basin coming down off King's Cornice. Like I sent the cornice, came down, and I realized only 1 cam was in, tried to get the other, and it just disengaged the whole thing. That's why the product, and it's the same thing with Clue. Like when I was using the Clues, so God, these things suck. These things are just such a pain in the ass. Like the springs have already started to stretch from minimal use in these, but yeah, I actually got one side of the Clue because this is the clip right here, like this little hook. I got it to completely disengage and pull out while buttering. And it's a matter of time before someone gets injured and contacts the Consumer Safety Product Commission, and Clue has to recall them in the US. Also, they do not have a patent on this in the US. So I'm really surprised someone hasn't stolen the idea, then taken it to the Chinese and built a knockoff version and then hired Buckhouse to endorse that. Because he would totally, he'd be like, yeah, fuck it, pay me more than them, I'll take the knockoff. But yeah, these things, they're just so cheap. So I don't know. But I did tell Ben, our editor, once I give him the finished filmed product, these become priority number 1 for editing. So I'm hoping in a week we'll have that review out. Start the new year off right.
No.
But yeah, to go back with the foot pain, angle of your bindings can do it. It can also be, you probably don't realize it, but there might be a little stress on your instep from just the shape of the boot. That's why I'm saying heat molding will probably really fix things. So, yeah. Let's give this man a spin. Ooh, hot soup coming through. Okay, so we got Dragos Dragos Keanu Reeves. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're going with that last name. Hi, Angry. I got a niche story and it feels quite weird. Wrote it just 3 days. Likely we'll get used to it. The other board I have is the Assimilator, which I love. Any suggestions to pair with the Assimilator? So the difference between the story and the Assimilator is the camber profile, and that's the difference that you're feeling. You're used to a more traditional camber, and that's got that hybrid camber where it's like dipped on the story. And so that coupled with it has this super aggressive magnetraction or extra contact point or whatever they call it between the feet. So it's like this weird combination of 2 things. That's what you're feeling. So if you're looking for something that's similar to the story, but a little more aggressive in there, I would probably look at like a Mega Mercury or even a Black Snowboard to Death if you want to stay with Capita. Otherwise, I think like a Ride Deep Fake is probably what you're looking for. You got anything in that category you'd recommend him, sir?
I mean, possibly even like a Passport.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or even like a Pick Your Line on Ink, I would say. Just something going to be different than your Assimilator, honestly, because you already got a true twin. Like, you don't need that. So, yeah.
All right. Okay. I just thought this was funny from our boy Cam, Medium of Media. Yo, what's up, guys? Excited for the live stream. Currently sniffing farts on a Breck bus back to airport parking lot because I ain't paying, damn it. I don't blame you.
I don't either.
TC and I were talking about next year, maybe we'll get Epic passes. They took me off the banned for life list. You can't tell me I'm banned for life and then I just outlive that administration and then you just reboot your servers because then I'm on banned for life. You got rid of me. I'm back.
Yeah.
Suck it.
It would be kind of fun to go and ride Breck. I do like Breck. Like, they got some pretty good tree runs. Like, there's some good shit there.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. Like, everyone dogs on Breckenridge and they're like, it's so shitty. It's so windy. It's so flat. It's so bad. And I was like, because you don't know where the fuck to go. It's a weird mountain that if you don't know how to ride it with the crowd and the way the wind comes in, you're going to have a bad time. I love riding Breckenridge. I loved it. Like, part of me is just like, it'd be nice to walk out my front door and walk the 2.5 blocks to the gondola. Like, just be like, throw down. But at the same time, they got a shitty park. They oversell their passes, and I'm just like, driving to Copper just makes more sense to me. Driving to the Basin does too. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Beaver Creek is awesome too, but I can just see myself never driving over there just because it's too far. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going that far.
Let's see. Looking for a question. Okay. And we got Jack Off Beat. Welcome back, gents. What was both your favorite equipment written reviewed for the W23-24 lineup? Hashtag Thirsty Thursday is 2/22/24. Be there or hashtag be Gorb. Well, what was your favorite stuff from this season?
I mean, my favorite board was the Pick Your Line on Inc. And then, I mean, the Free Carver 9000 was so much fun too. Like, those would be like my top two boards, like that were just really fun to ride. And then like bindings, I love my Jones Mercuries, but like the Battalion Astros, like the ASIM, blew my mind. Was not expecting that, and like that was awesome. The new Kazoo was super fun as well. Like those would be my top three boards for sure. And then those bindings were rad. The K2 bindings I was pleasantly surprised with as well. Those are definitely upgraded from what I remember K2 bindings being for sure. So those were cool too. The bonds were awesome. What do you got?
So Megadeth, that board was fucking phenomenal, like absolutely amazing. Like it's not an everyday board. It's a certain conditions like that, but I absolutely love the way that thing rode. That was super phenomenal. The Karua pencil, another super just fun deck to just get out, rip around on. And then the new Rome Stalefish Stolly's board, because they redesigned it, was just super good as well. So those three right there. And then in terms of binding, that new Union Force is really good. Like I fucking hate the Force Classic. I'm not even gonna hide it. I fucking think it's a shitty binding. I think it's just a shitty binding. I've always like every time I ride it, I was like, God, this thing fucking sucks. It's so bad. Then the Battalion Astro full wrap was really good. And then I really liked what Now was doing with like the Drive and Drive Pro. Those were really solid too. And so that was really cool. But here's a better question for you. What's your least favorite board of the year?
That's the Cruiser for sure. The Battalion Cruiser all day.
I was really disappointed in the Rosnell XV because they changed it so much. It was such a turd. And then that Yes Pizel was such a piece of shit too. And I love their whole thing. We got sick of riding these shaped K2 boards that wrote, so we decided we were going to make our own. And I was like, and you made it worse. Go back and ride the K2s. Figure out what worked there, then design from that. You shape surfboards. Go back to that. Stop trying to shape a snowboard. It's like fucking on paper, I should have loved the Pizel. Like everything about it, I was like, I'm going to love this board. And I got on it and I was just like, what the fuck is this dog shit?
Yeah. They're like shit. No, what?
But the high point was riding the Drake bindings. They literally have not changed since I owned a pair back in 1999.
Well, they lost their engineer. So
they can still fit a 3-hole pattern.
That's cool.
They advertise that. Burton doesn't even use the 3-hole pattern anymore.
Nope. But there's still people with them out there. You find them left and right.
Yeah.
God damn, guys.
But
Solomon fits.
Yeah, it was atrocious. That, and then obviously, like, we knew this was going to be bad. We knew. Yeah. Like, everyone knew this was going to be bad. This was worse than I thought it was. And there are more failure points on this. Like, one of the big things that I want everyone to know, because I know, like, some clue idiot that bought this is going to see this. Go change your freaking mounting hardware. These are shit. You will snap these off. Like when I posted something on Instagram, I had a bunch of different shop guys hit me up and they were like, change the hardware. we've had them shearing off in the inserts and we can't get them out. And I was like, when I was filming the other day for the review, I started looking at this screw and I was like, this does not look right. And I was like, it just looked off when I was looking at it. Cause like I have, this one is from a Jones binding and then this is theirs. And like when you put them side by side, there's noticeable differences that I'm like, and I think that this is actually just a little smaller than it should be. So it's not like an M5. And so I think that's why it's shearing off is they didn't get the right size hardware. And I mean, like the rest of the binding is shit because like it's got those crappy ass set screws on there. Like replace all the screws, but you know, it's okay. The review is coming. Like I literally filmed an hour of me ranting about it and was like, no, not angry enough. Got to delete it and start over. That's how bad it was. Well, there you go, sir. Won yourself a small sticker pack. So, yeah. All right. All right. We'll take this one from MC Rears. Is the Capita Mega Merc or Megadeth better in POW? And where are the EU affiliate links? Non-existent because the EU does not pay me. I got fucked over big time by one of the biggest EU affiliate programs. I couldn't get my money out. And then it just locked me out of the program. There's just like, and it wasn't even a lot. I think it was only like $500 or $600 in commissions. I can't get it out. I just cannot get that money out. It just keeps dicking me around over and over. So I said, fuck it. We're done until something better comes along. Like for the amount of work we have to put in, we get almost, okay, the best way to put it is dollar for dollar, like the US, for every click that we get, I think we make about $19. For the EU, like for every click that we get, I think we make about 20 cents. That's like, and in a month where we'll get like 50,000 clicks, the EU we would get, I don't know, 500. So that, but to answer the question, the Mega Merc will be better in POW than the Megadeth. Megadeth is more of a groomer board. It really, really is, in my opinion. It's more for turning and burning, you know. So
yeah, and the Mega Merc, the tip and tail on it are kind of softer than the actual like middle of the board, like the guts of it, where it wants to pop up out of the snow. So it kind of wants to float a little bit more than the actual Merc does.
Yeah. And we got Jerry TS just letting everyone know about tit anal. What do you know about tit anal?
Nothing.
Lay tits now? Let's let it snow, you idiot. Watch out for wombats, people. Watch out. I'll let you answer this question from Victory Stone. Why are so many Texans on the slopes this year?
I have no idea. I'm sick of them. I don't know.
It was a good oil rebate year.
Yeah.
I don't
know. Because I guess there's nothing else to do down in Texas in the winter. So they're like, we'll just go up there. It's crazy though.
Yeah.
Because I guess they're the only ones with money to travel. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. We'll take this super chat from Gorbathy, Gorbachev, Gorbchinsky. RIP, Charles Kinkos, hashtag tit anal, hashtag Fort Minor, hashtag Posy Gang. Fort Minor. It's the combination of Fortnite and Minecraft.
Oh, it's not the band?
Merge them together. Because the kids want to go to war, but also dig in the mine at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, Gorb, you won yourself a jumbo sticker pack. So for really just make sure you email me info@angrysnowboarder.com with your mailing address. Make sure you put that mailing address in there. We're not psychics. So
yeah, I mean, the kids just want to like live through World War II without actually having to do it. Just working in the mines, getting all the shit for the people at war. And from the comfort of their home.
Have you seen this one from Steph? So I tune in and the first thing I learned is that TC is already doing blow in 2024. Hashtag Taco Lives Matter.
I had Taco Bell here. No blow, but Taco Bell, like we had a good old fashioned, let's just get some quick Taco Bell while we're out at the grocery store, you know? You go grocery shopping and they're like, I did my good deed. And they're like, well, then I got to go home and make the food. So we might as well just get some Taco Bell.
I mean, that's kind of how it goes with me. Like, I'll get stuff to make food, and then I'm like, I'm too fucking tired, and then I'll just walk down and get a crab rangoon order.
Yep. Or what I'll do is I've been doing when I go to the grocery store, get like the thing of the Chester's chicken. They just got them sitting there in the heating thing. Get that, Hawaiian rolls, throw some pickles and mayo on it. You got yourself a nice little sandwich for the rest of the day. And that's what I do.
Yeah, well, I like to get those, rip all the meat off, and then make tacos out of them.
Oh, yeah. And
then you take the carcass and you boil it down, and then you make soup stock.
Yep. No, I'm talking like the fried chicken.
Oh, the fried chicken? Yeah, there you go. You're not talking the roasted chicken.
No, not like the rotisserie. The fried chicken.
Well, here's the secret for everyone too. If you show up at City Market after 8:30, they mark down all their hot food to like over half price. I think I got 10 pounds of chicken tenders for $2 one night.
Yeah.
They just were like, you want corn and mashed potatoes? I was like, KFC bucket, here I come. I think it was like all said and done was like $5. That thing fed me for like a week.
When I worked at the rental shop at Breck, there was a girl that worked in the deli at City Market, and every morning she would just bring me a bucket of that chicken. They're like, they were going to throw it out, so I figured you'd want it. I was like, yes. I lived off of that shit. I could still eat it. It's so good. Just day-old cold chicken. It's great.
Yeah. All right. We got this super chat from Andrew Hernandez. PSA, always ask ahead of time if your shop dudes, dudettes prefer weed, beer, and or food. Shout out to Josh from Wave Rave and Bishop for the killer tune. When you were tuning, what did you prefer?
It depends. It depends what we had in the fridge. If we didn't have any beer in the fridge, I'm asking for beer. Otherwise, if the fridge was full, then yeah, I'm asking for food, because you can always have snacks and food on the job, but you can't have. We never like tried to drink when we were clocked in, so that was the thing. It was like, let's have some food while we're there, and it's way better than just getting like. And if you do bring them food, don't bring them food that they can go out and walk and get right there, because that's like the worst. It's like, oh, we got you a pizza from downstairs. You're like, God damn it. Like, that pizza sucks. Like, bring something good.
So my favorite thing when I was tuning was cupcakes, because there used to be a cupcake shop on Main Street, Breck. So I'd be like, I want 6 cupcakes.
That's good.
I would not tell them that they were gourmet cupcakes and they were like $8 each, but I'd be like 6 cupcakes. But when I worked at Christie's at the Clock Tower in Steamboat, did you ever go in that store?
They never had it when I was there.
Oh, okay. So, you know, it had the upstairs, and then it had like the little front extension, and then it had a full basement with an office. So we would do beer tunes. We filled the office full of 30 racks to the point we couldn't open the door anymore. Like, because the tower of beer tipped into the door. So you would just reach in and grab what you could when you needed beer. And I think at one point we had 180 30 racks in there. So it got to the point when people would be like, you guys want beer? And we were like, no, anything but beer. So the one time I made them go down to Village Inn and just go get us all like mashed potatoes, Salisbury steaks, and vegetable medleys for all of us. I was like, just go get that.
That's awesome.
Anything but that. We would send them down to like Qdoba to get us all burritos and shit. I was like, pizza, anything but beer. And I remember one time some dude like brought in weed, and it was the swaggiest looking shit. And like, I don't smoke weed. So like one of my guys is looking at it going, did you get this out of a ditch in Mexico? Like, where the fuck did you find this? And they're like, no, you're paying. And they were like, well, they're like, you're paying. It was so bad.
Most of the time, that's why I never ask for weed. We're like, you want weed? I'm like, no, we have better weed than what you're going to get. Like, so yeah, beer, food, donuts. Donuts was
huge.
Donuts are good. Still is, I think.
Still is.
Actually, I don't know.
I had a guy give me cocaine once. He left me a little vial, and I just looked at it and was like, I'm good. I don't know where
someone else will do this.
I want. And I had my German Shepherd at the time, and he was growling at it, and I was like, he never growls at anything. He just sleeps. I was just like, yeah, I'm good, and just sort of pushed it off. Still, my favorite was the dude that brought us porn. He
Just
brought
a
us a
stack
couple
of
DVDs of porn, and we were just like, "Oh, okay, sure." And
What are
I
you
had a
gonna
bunch
do
of
with
shop
that?
kids working for me that were like 17, and I was like, "Here, you guys need this."
Yeah. That's before internet porn became a thing.
No, internet porn was a thing, but we were all on dial-up.
Uh, just a bunch of dudes sitting there like Pigpen, just talking to each other on chat rooms.
Oh, sweet,
Sweet.
sweet. Yeah, my name is
Yeah.
Bambi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Always ask your shop people what they want and get them what they want. You take good care
Yeah.
of them. That's good. Like I remember one time the guys were like, "Oh, just get us some cheap whiskey," and I showed up with nice whiskey, and they got angry. I was like,
Well, I've
"Really?"
also done it. I've also told like people like, yeah, bring us back like a good beer, and then they come back with like some just shit like High Lifes or something. You're like, oh, like we said, good beer, dude. Like I don't know, like Pacificos. We told you that, and they're like, well, is or the classic like 11 or 10 pack. Be like that's open. Like, come on, guys,
Yeah,
not the same.
not the same. Not the same. It's funny when I was in New York, I went up to go see my 97-year-old or 98-year-old grandmother. Forgot how old she is, but my uncle lives with her, and he's in rough shape. But I decided to bring him a 30 rack of beer because he'll drink it in like a day and he'll be happy. And I mean, he's in immense pain. Talking about a dude that's just beating his body up. So I give it to him, and he looks at it, and he's like, "When did I start drinking Labatt Blue?" And I was like, "Well, I wasn't sure if it was Bush or Labatt Blue." And he's like, "It's always Bush. It's all I drink is Bush." And I was like, "I can go get you some Bush. I thought
Yeah,
I'd class it up with something a little better." And he was
well,
just like,
Labatt.
he's like, "It'll get drank. Don't worry."
I mean, Labatt Blue is just the Canadian Bush. Like, let's be
I
real
know
about
that's
that.
well, and the
Like, it's
thing
just the
is like
Canadian Bush.
in Western New York, like Labatt and Molson are sold as domestics.
Yeah,
And it's
I mean,
like Colorado, when my friends from New York moved out after I did, they were like, "Dude, we can't find Labatt anywhere." And I was like, "Did you look in the import section?" "Why the fuck would we look in the import section?" And like they're like, "No one has Labatt." And I showed up with a 12 pack of Labatt and a 12 pack of Molson. And I was like, "There you go." And they were like, "Where'd you find it?" I was like, "Import section, just like I told you it'd be there."
imports.
And they're like, "This is bullshit. It's domestic." And I was like, "How the fuck is it domestic? It's from another country. It has to cross a bridge into the United States." So hilarious.
Yeah.
Ugh. Nothing. Ugh. And then we got Brendan, the disgruntled historian, who wants a spin for chaos. We need to get like a second spinner in the middle of the spinner where I can flick it and it spins the opposite way.
Yeah.
So it's like opposite spin, and that would be the chaos. Spray skiers, buddy. Spray skiers.
That would actually be pretty cool.
We got Pat Zaransky. Welcome back, gents. Thanks for bringing snow back with you. Hashtag Bird Boys. Hashtag Tit Anal. Hashtag Spin for Slim. Hashtag Pray for Gorb. What happened to Gorb? Did he get his hard boots stuck in his ass again? I don't know, man. Hard booters do weird shit. They put their boots in their buttholes. They crimp them way up there, TC.
Speaking of hard booters, I know it's not the same thing, but we saw those two dudes with the 1996 step-ons today or whatever.
Oh my god. Switch step-ons, not even with the high back, like the rental version with the little puck and the clip. And I mean, those seriously, like I was looking at them, they were the Vans step-ins, the Switch X or whatever the fuck they were. And I was looking at the one pair because I know that we used to rent those out at Holiday Valley when I worked there. And I was like, holy shit, those are at least 25 years old. They're almost as old as you.
Well, there was that. And then right when I saw the guy pick up the board, because I was waiting for you, I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, okay. And then he like does a finger flip with his board and just tries to stomp on it and like strap in like that. Totally misses and just stomps the shit out of the side. I was like, man, that shit's so old. I don't think you should be trying that stuff. Like,
Well,
you're gonna
on top of
snap
that,
one of
you
the.
could never do that. So you basically, there's like a little hook piece that goes under and you step down like this. So there, you can't, it's not like a Burton step on
Yeah.
where you kind of do that. And I was just like, holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. So,
Give
all
a
right.
C for effort, I suppose.
C for effort.
Eh,
Did I already spin him? I can't remember. Fuck
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're just
I think
spinning.
you kept
Nothing
reaching up
matters.
for it.
Well, there you go. We'll give you, Pat, you won yourself some stickers. Probably could drop those off in person.
Yeah.
All right. And we got this one from Milo. I've seen that Yonex snowboards are finally coming to North America. Are they anything to get excited about? Fuck yeah, they are. Whoa, so much camber. So much camber. So, do you know anything about Yonex snowboards, TC?
I just know that a lot of like Asian half pipe riders ride them.
Yeah.
And they're just
So
like
Yonex
Camberville,
makes,
like
yeah. So Yonex makes tennis rackets, amongst other things. And they have some crazy high-end tennis rackets. And they've taken that technology and they put it in their snowboards. And so my friend Max Eberhard used to ride for them when he was on the Canadian national team. And he's like, dude, they just threw money at me to ride their boards. And I was like, well, how are they? And he goes, and he was doing like triple corks at Dew Tour and X Games and shit. And he's like, there is so much camber and so much snap and they're so stiff. And they have some crazy technology. They also have their own version of a step-in, which is even crazier. But you can only find that if you like dig around on Japanese websites. It's like, it literally looks like something that fell out of the 90s. But I'm excited because there's some crazy technology in there. Also, shout out to Mr. Thomas Bennet, owner of Benetek. He's in here just letting everyone know that he's looking for tips on how to talk to birds.
I haven't seen a bird in like 2 days, and I parked next to him yesterday. So,
dude, straight up, that Friday
Yeah.
we came back, his car wasn't in the parking lot. Birds everywhere. Show up yesterday, no birds. Show up today, no birds.
And you know
just
how
saying, it correlates.
well, also it got sunny yesterday, and normally when it gets sunny after a big storm, you'll see birds out because they got to go collect food and shit. They've been hunkered down. Did see one. Just saying.
Just saying. Tommie's eating whole live birds, dude. Dislocates his jaw like an anaconda.
Yeah.
I like this one from Tomato Joe. Say no to Butter Dojo. I'm with you on this one. Like the more, have you ever seen any of this stuff on Instagram from them? Butter Dojo? Some dude
I think
from
so. The guys,
the beach in SoCal. I guess he's got less
no.
than 200 days on snow in his life, but he's trying to tell everyone how to do butters. But if you look at it, he doesn't really like butter. He just kind of swivels. It doesn't look proper. And I'm like, yeah. The thing that bothered me is like, I was like, yeah, whatever. He's doing his own thing. And then suddenly something popped up and it said Soldier of Christ. And I was like, oh shit, you're pushing a cult. And I was like, can't do it. Can't do it. You're a member of a cult, dude. I'm out. I was like, have fun spinning around, catching your edge and shit. Let's see you ride real pow. Real men ride pow. That's my theory.
Ride pow.
I don't care what you can do in the park. I don't care what you can do flat ground. Let me see how you ride pow.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, so man. Yeah. No, sorry. Go on.
No, what? You got something to say?
I was just thinking about like when you said that, and we got stuck on the chairlift for a second, and that dude just lands it, and then just tomahawk, and then almost dies like 10 feet later. And we're like, yeah, I don't know why. It just reminded me of that, where it's like, yeah.
That guy could not ride pow.
No.
that guy was very straight leg when he jumped off that rock. And I was like, you have some really ballsy confidence, and you're very confident in your inability to ride.
Yeah. He was having a great time, though, on that not great pace. So hats off to him.
All right. So we got the Send It Syndicate. Best big boy board for a 220-pound, 6'4", 51-year-old shred dude with size 12 boots and all of his fingers, mostly park, a little pow, riding the Burton Kendos with step-ons. So, I mean, you're just looking for like a twin park board. I mean, dude, you're the ideal candidate for the bigger size of the party platter.
Yeah.
From K2. true twin like that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's wide, it's twin, it's camber. It's probably where I would go.
Yeah, I was thinking even like the spring break twin as well.
Oh,
That could also work.
the powder twin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just because true
I mean, you
twin.
could do
I
a
mean, you got
ride bench warmer too because that comes in a wide.
yeah.
So does the
I
Rome
mean, if you
Agent.
wanted to go,
Oh wait,
I was
that's
also thinking if you wanted to go directional twin, you could do like a algorithm as well. They're
yeah.
226
They
full,
make that what in the 61 wide, 60 wide, 60 wide.
61 wide and 64 wide, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
So that's a
Don't they
Curtis
make
ride.
like a huck knife in a 60 something wide? No, or they did. They don't anymore.
58 wide, I think.
Then never mind that.
What about the new hypnotist? What's that biggest that comes in?
Ooh, that might come in a 60 or 61 wide. Ooh,
Yep.
Hypnotist would be a good one. Nitro Team wide too.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got options, bud.
Yep. Oh, yes, great. If they still make it in that 61 wide.
They
Because
do.
that's already pretty wide as it is underneath your foot. And that's gonna handle POW just fine, especially if it's a little bit. But yeah, yes, great. I'd say look at that.
Oh, we got this one, and this is a total you question from our boy Wesley Merkel. Any tips for practicing for a bank slalom like slash and burn? I never had the chance to even ride a course.
So my first year when I was practicing for slash and burn, I would find like tree runs that had really good S turns through them, and just try to go as fast as possible through those S turns and like stay in the banks and stuff.
Because if you
And
can dodge a
because that
tree,
way,
you can make a bank turn.
yeah, exactly. And I think I got to go back to that route of like if I hit a tree, I'm not going to be able to race. So like that's what I've always done. Otherwise,
If you can find
literally
a
like
wiggle, like if you can find
yeah,
like a wiggle course through the mogul run where it's like a full wiggle, that's another
mhm,
good one. If you come to Copper, riding the family border cross one because they're eventually going to have the public border cross course open. When they do, that's another
yeah,
good one for banking the turns. If not, if you ride the main park at Copper, you ride down the middle, dodging all the park features, but you ride the banks between the jumps,
yep,
and you're going to have to create your own line in there. And I'm going to warn you, the big line stuff is fucking gnarly because I almost died on it because it was underpowered. I
yeah,
didn't see it. Did you see me yesterday when that happened? I was like,
yeah.
oh, I'm just
I
going to go
knew that
high
was up
mark the
there
side of this.
too.
And as I'm coming back down, it's like this wind lip of chunder. And I'm just like, oh, God. And I just like hit one and it launched me to flat.
Well, I remember that from like a week ago that they just built up like ice blocks on the side, and I was like, I wonder if that's gone. And I saw you go in there, I was like, I don't know if that is. And then when I got up to it, it was not good.
It was not
But
gone.
pretty much the main tips for that is get really good at pumping because there's going to be times when you need to really pump, and just getting that timing down, and then doing like banked turns really like just because it is different than turning when you're not in a bank. Like sometimes you get in one and you're fucking stuck in a rut in it and you got to figure that out. So just
Also, I think
getting the feel
Wesley's
for
down at Monarch. And if you're at Monarch,
oh
there is, I don't know the name of the chair, but you basically get up to the top and there's like a lodge off to the right. But you can get on a cat track and it S's around the resort. Ride the cat track tucked as hard as you can and try to high mark the sides and pump
mhm.
up. And as you're going around, keep pumping back up, and that'll teach you as well, too. So,
Yeah, because
yeah.
that's the
So
biggest
you
thing is
got some
just
options.
getting used to those banks really.
All right. We got this one from Flair Blitz. Hello. Got any board recommendations for my friend who is an intermediate level, 5'8", 145 pounds, and size 7 to 7.5 men's boots? What are your two choices for a solid intermediate deck?
I mean it depends what they're looking for, but I was thinking like a Resort Twin by Capita that just came out this year.
Technically spring
Uh,
break.
sorry, whatever, you know.
Semantics.
Semantics. We know who the parent company is. Otherwise, like mean, I really would like a Mercury or even like just a Jones Mountain Twin, just a solid board that'll take you anywhere. You could set it back, ride it as a paddle board, whatever, something like that. What do you got?
I was thinking like a Rome Warden and a K2
Hmm.
Gateway Pop.
Yeah.
Just get some solid camber under there. They're boards you can
Mhm.
take anywhere. You won't out progress them right away. And when you do, by the time you out progress them, you're just going to be like, I just want something a little stiffer. And I'll throw a third option in. Go with a Ride Shadow Band. I ride one.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know?
Yeah. That one will last you a while too.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay. All right. This person clearly just wants to spin. Spray them skiers. All right. We'll take this one from Michael Jigsaw. Why do I notice top tier riders have one stance on snowboards, but then skate or surf opposite of their natural stance? Advantage, or which board sport is the dominant superior stance? Well, right foot forward is superior foot.
Sure.
Yeah. Superior
right.
foot. But I don't know, man. I used to ride with a kid that skated regular, but pushed Goofy on a snowboard. But only pushed Goofy on the snowboard. He still rode regular. Super fucking weird.
I mean, I know a lot of people that, yeah, they snowboard one way and skate the other way. And I think it's just because either, I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
It's like a whole brain thing, I think.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I have friends that surf the opposite way, but that's just because you steer with the opposite foot when you're surfing. So, like a lot of people I've heard want that dominant foot up front. I don't. Everything's regular for me.
See,
I don't know. I wish I had that cheat code.
So my dominant foot is my front foot, and I ride Goofy. And so, like, you know, and it's fine like that. And when I skate, I purposely push Mongo because my right foot is the stronger foot. So that way I can get the most power. Because like growing up in New York, we had a lot of hills. So you'd want that power to push up the hill. So we would push Mongo. I mean, I can push all four ways on a skateboard, but I prefer to push Mongo because it gives me more power off the fly.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Never pushed Mongo.
We got this one for you from Matt Tizzolo. TC, any thoughts or opinions on Now's no back high backs? I tried them end of last season on a slushy day-to-day basis and thought they were mid. Tempted to try them again on a pow day, but I don't know if it's worth it.
I mean, if you didn't really like it on a slushy day, I doubt you're gonna really like it on a powder day. Like, I feel like that's something like you're like, yeah, we're gonna have a super slushy fun day. We're not going fast. We're not doing any of that shit. We're gonna butter everything. Like, then that was like what I would call for. But if you didn't have fun on it, probably wouldn't do it on a powder day. Then, like, it just might not be for you.
Also, I put a bunch of links down in the descriptions for some snowboard videos because evidently this is the greatest year of snowboard movies ever. Holy shit. I spent 3 days while I was on vacation taking care of my parents and just watching snowboard movies. My mom would walk in and just be like, oh, and sit down and just stare. And she's like, this is what you do. And I was like, yeah, Mom, I'm totally in the streets testing snowboards like this every day. Every day. But you need to check the cultural mystery link of the week, too. I think everyone will die laughing at that. And then this is a funny one for you as well. Give TC Coke and ask him about Burton.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'd probably just talk forever on that then.
Yeah. All right. Piff with the super chat saying Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oof, this isn't blank. Oh, here's another question that maybe someone out there watching us. We have the option now that we could simultaneously live stream to our Instagram account. Is that something people would be interested in? Because like we could do it. I mean, I don't know. I've been looking at it.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay. So let's see. We got Beziums with the super chat. I feel like the Thraxis have been breaking in pretty easy compared to the Insanos. Hashtag, do you know where your children are? Swimming around in my nutsack, hopefully. I mean, there's a very slim chance, very slim, that I have a Polish child. Oh, like very, very slim chance I have a Polish child, half Polish, hooked up with the
I'm
Polish
gonna go to
princess.
Europe one day and just look over, and there's just you, but Polish.
Just
eating a
screaming in
sausage.
Polish at someone, like a little
Yeah.
miniature version of me. Just like, I mean, the kid would be like 10 now,
Yeah.
maybe 11. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Little baby gravy never hurt
Turns out
anyone.
he's a skier just because he heard his dad was a snowboarder. He's like, I hate snowboarders. I'm gonna ski instead.
Strangely, I
It's a
don't
ski
think
racer.
about him. But well, I almost had a Denmark baby too.
A Dutch
I went
baby?
through this weird phase
Or
where I
no,
was just
Denmark.
working my way through Europe.
Yeah, you know, Euro trip. Everybody saw that movie. Everybody wanted to do it.
I mean, I was looking at it as an escape plan from the U.S. I'll be
Gotta
a
go to
stay-at-home
Sweden.
house husband and raise the kid. They can go have a career. That'd be great.
Gotta go to Sweden though, because then you get maternity leave as well. Like 3
Well,
months.
so that was the crazy thing with the chick. One of the chicks I dated, her family had a cabin in Sweden.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it was like 4 hours from any resort.
yeah. Well, all right.
That's
4
gross.
hours to them is a long time. To us, you're like 4 hours. That's chill. But then I'm like, that's a long time, dude.
4
You're not
hours from
doing
here,
that.
and I can be in Nebraska or Kansas.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hell, you could even be in like Wyoming by then.
It's only 2.5 to 3 hours from here to get to Cheyenne.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not that bad.
Yeah. No, I do not have children that I know of. Pretty sure. Safe bet. There was that one chick from Tennessee, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, she was crazy.
Nashville.
Lose a turn. Let's see. All right, we'll take this one from S. Scott 1986. Any news on when the new website will be up? Maybe this weekend. We'll see what mood I get in. I don't fucking know, dude. I got so much
Probably
shit
next week.
piled on my plate. I'm just like, ah. I was hoping to have it done while I was on vacation, but you know, my dad, who's dying of lung cancer from the Agent Orange, decided to go get COVID, and then give it to my mom, who's also been exposed to the Agent Orange. It's not good. Seriously, spent the whole time. The best part was, though, they left me alone, and all I did was, they have one of those upright freezers, like refrigerator size, but it's like jumbo. I filled the whole thing with food, frozen food. I made all these meals for them. My mom's down there, and she's like good homemade mac and cheese, and then she's like, there's like 20 different kinds of soup. I was like, oh, I made bison ramen too. She's like, you made ramen? And I was like, yeah, I made some bison ramen for you in there. She's like, what? Like digging around, shepherd's pies, all sorts of stuff. I spent about a week and just filled the thing with meals. I was like, you're good for 3 months straight, basically.
No.
One meal a day. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's give this man a spin. This isn't blank. All right. Ooh. This is a horrible one from Alex Konikov. Hey, angry friends, binding shattered at the top sheet on my Huck knife's tail. Squeezed too many boards in the back of the car. Already did a couple coats of epoxy. Anything else I should try? Try. So the good thing is that's a glass top sheet, or like a clear coat top sheet. That's pretty much cosmetic.
Yep.
That epoxy is probably going to crack. So the best thing I would tell you to do is sand the epoxy and Go on angrysnowboarderstore.com, buy some stickers, and slap them over it.
Yeah, it's not going to really affect anything. I've seen a lot of those top sheets like cracked, like spider webbed like that, and it doesn't really affect how it rides. It looks kind of cool sometimes.
All right. We got Slushy Shredder with the Baroness Dog Treat Fund. Thank you. Like she needs any more treats. That dog's a spoiled little brat. She'll act like she's abused and neglected, and you're like, literally, you come over and there's like 1,000 toys. There's just she has a whole section of my countertop that is nothing but dog treats. Just dog treats.
True.
Ridiculous. All right. Okay, we got this super chat from Orion. Averin, I got an angry hoodie as a gift and it's too small. Website says no returns. That's right. No returns, no refunds. Everything is made, right size. It's print to order. Like I don't have stuff here that I can swap it out with. So in order for me, like literally do not make a lot of money off those hoodies. I think we clear like $10 in profit is about it to keep the price down. I'd have to order it, then ship it to you. And by the time we did the exchange and everything, I'd probably lose money. Like that's, I'm sorry. That's why I like try to describe the sizes and be like, this is how it fits, like upsize, do this, do that. It's why I always buy a sample of everything and I look at it and I'm like, okay, this is what we need to do. Like, I'm sorry. So yeah, oops. Give it to a friend that's smaller or a kid.
Yeah.
Ooh, this isn't blank. All right. Here we go from Nikita Townsend Pyatt. Wondering what board I should transition to after 5 years of never summer boards. Finally in Central Park, comfortably in medium line, and can send it in the back bolt. So you probably want a directional twin if you're only going to have one. You want something with camber? Check out the Ride Shadow Band. That's my top choice. What do you have, TC?
I was thinking a Capita Mercury would be a good one for that. Otherwise,
or Super DOA.
That would be great. But I don't know if he wants to spend the coin for that. But yeah, I mean, I love the Super DOA, especially on that medium jump line and everything. So much fun.
Yeah, and that board's still good enough as a twin to ride the whole mountain. But if you don't want to spend that kind of money, maybe the Spring Break Resort twin.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, Steve's got a few sitting at Gravity. You should go down and talk to Steve at Gravity. Yeah, I think he's even got some in his demo fleet. So you might be able to demo one and see as well.
He also has an Aero knot in there too. So, but that's going to be way different than your Never Summer. I mean, maybe try it just to find out.
Great board, but it has to be for the right person. And there's too many people thinking that is a park board, and it is not a park board.
Yeah, I mean, Miles Falcon or whatever, Falcon ripping that thing in the park, but that's Miles. So,
yeah. So,
go demo some boards.
Also for you. What's up?
I would say, go demo some boards if you're like riding copper a lot. Like Steve's got that program. That money will go towards the purchase too, and it's always fun to ride something before you buy it.
Yep.
Bam.
And our boy Colin Leapart letting everyone know the Astro Sim is literally the best thing I've ever put my boots in. Those battalion bindings are so good. The straps are just so good. Like I'm probably gonna swap my my Rome straps to just battalion straps because I'm like, well,
that's fair. I mean,
my Black Label's all. I think the pair with the lowest amount of days on it has like 150 or 200 days on it now. So, and the pair with the most days on it, I think, is over 500. So, yeah. So, and I've still got almost all original straps.
That's impressive. And ladders?
Yeah, I've replaced 2 toe straps, but the heel straps are all original. And I've replaced a couple ladders and 2 buckles.
Yeah.
So. All right, we got Eric Chen. Wrecked my K2 Passport base over Xmas. You and a lot of other people. What board do you recommend similar to that? I don't have to have my A game on all the time. Supermatics also failed over Xmas, but happy with the Mercuries now. Thanks. I would go get yourself a Ride Shadow Band. Just go get yourself a Ride Shadow Band. You'll be fine. I've hit a lot of rocks with my Shadow Band and still haven't had to totally fix it.
I was thinking I mean, yeah, passport, six stick is literally what I was thinking. Like that'll rip groomers,
yeah,
that'll
60
take
would be fine.
POW. That'd be fine. Very
Kyle
similar shape
Groomer
to your
kind of
passport
does
too.
everything.
So yeah, six stick's fun.
Ooh, okay. We got this. Oh, wait. I owe him a spin, don't I? Yeah. We'll give him a spin, and then we'll take this next question. Ugh. Oof, ouch. This isn't blank. Okay, so from Robert Sam, would love to hear Avron's thoughts on knee problems, dislocations. I've had many and would love some snowboard specific tips on dealing with shit knees. Oh, I've dislocated my knees a couple times. It's not fun. So first off, I use the Old Bones Therapy knee sleeves, the compression sleeve with the added support down the side. I think they were like $44 or something. You got two. So definitely go with that. But the bigger thing is in the off season, you need to build up your muscles in your quads. So your quads, your calves, around the knee, any of that muscle. So you need to, I would talk to a PT and figure out what exercises you need to start with and go from there. Like I know what works for me, and what is working for me. The other thing is collagen peptides and glucosamine supplements. So like I do the collagen peptides and then I do glucosamine with MSM hyaluronic acid in there because you want to try to save, or if you can, rebuild the synovial fluid in the joint in there. And the other thing is a good damp binding. And this is where a nitro or a battalion astro, something with really good dampening underfoot, and then a good footbed inside your boot. And you might have too soft of a boot and you're like really flexing through it. So a stiffer boot will restrict that movement, and you'll notice that you have more response, but you have less play. And over time, you'll be able to ride a stiffer boot if you build up to it. And so, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with those. You got anything you want to add, sir? All right. Let's give this man a spin.
Just rub CBDs on it. That's what I've done. Like that and heat.
Oh, where are we going? Join Angry Snowboarder VIP. There's a link in the description. This is a good one from David Dixon. Have you seen that snowboard with the wheel mounted on the back for $2,500? It's like the Cyrus something or other. So the funny thing is, there's this dude out of Mammoth that was trying to make a cross-country snowboard. Same concept, but it was like a paddle. And I kept saying it was a bad idea. It's like, it just looked like shit. And this dude loves to argue with me. He's like, you're fucking wrong. And I was like, then show me a video of it fucking working. And 7 years this has been going on, and he has never been able to give me a video. And he'll show it riding along on flat ground with no one on it. And I'm like, stand on the damn thing. Show it. He's like, this is going to access the backcountry for so many months. And I'm like, no, it's not. No. And so
what are you doing?
This company comes out with it for $2,500, and it looks like the dumbest, most awful thing I've ever seen. It's like the one wheel of a snowboard.
Yeah, I've seen them. I had a few friends be like, "Hey, what is this shit?" I was like, "It's just shit. That's what it is." Like, what is the point of it? Because you can't, you use it to go up, but then you don't go down because you have that fucker on the back?
I don't know. Like, you use it for flat terrain, so it's great for people in Nebraska?
I don't know. Is it like, yeah, let's just turn a sled into a snowboard? I don't understand what it's for.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. So
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. And we'll take this one from Carlos Pisani. Found a barely used 156 Rome mod rocker for $200. Any concerns with it? Just sitting in storage for years. Want to snag it to pair with my United Shapes deep reach. Big thing would be check the edges and make sure they're not crazy rusted, and the inserts if it's been sitting. I mean, if it's been sitting any place that's damp and it's rusted, that's where your concern is. But if it hasn't, $200, that's a great price. Grab it.
Yeah.
Another one from Letters. RIPL Stackers Adventures. # Bird Boys. Spin for Slim. Of course, Letters would get a jumbo sticker pack. That dude has so many stickers from us. It's a new year. We might have to start a thing where we just keep a tally and be like, you can save up to trade it in for something else from Angry Merchandise later in the year. We'll do like an Angry Week exchange where we don't send you anything, but you have credit. We'll turn it into Dave and Buster style. Like,
I like
X
that.
number of tickets turns into this.
Yeah. Start sending them candy. Just stale ass candy that who knows how long it's been sitting there. We'll start buying Easter candy after Easter and just chocolate bunnies to everybody. Just stale chocolate bunnies.
Interesting fact that the Reese's egg-shaped ones have more peanut butter and chocolate in them than the regular cups.
I can see that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of peanut butter in those things.
There is. All right. We got Beat Stellar. I finally got my Fendi board for just 5.5K. I'm so proud. Do you think the Clue fits this board well, or should I get something even more exclusive? Go get those Balenciaga boots.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Balenciaga makes boots?
And they're not even snowboard boots. They have like a heel on them and shit. And they're like,
Hell
winter
yeah.
snow boots, good for using in snow sports. And I'm like, no. Sure, get Clues. I don't care. I think it's funny. Balenciaga has a snowboard. Like, there's all these companies like St. Ives or whatever it is. And you go and read the product description and you're like, this sounds like a low-end board from anyone else, but they want $5,000 for. I'm convinced that we could make bootleg Balenciaga boards. Like, I know enough factories, I could do it. And it would probably cost us like 200 and something bucks a board. And we could just start selling them on eBay and make money.
Yeah. I mean, there's Gucci, there's Prada. I think Prada, they're like 10 grand.
They're up there. They're like, yeah, you know. But
their outerwear isn't even waterproof. It's like water resistant. It has no rating on it. It's quite remarkable.
That's why Shaun White wears it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's our new money-making scheme. Knock off high-end Gucci-ass snowboards that we just sell on eBay. And it'd probably actually be better because I'd actually be like, no, put some better carbon in there and give me a better side cut. Like, we'd be making better boards than what they are. We'd be selling them, and I'd sell them at half price, and we'd still be making a killing.
Yeah. Just put ridden one day on there and just half price.
Yeah. Taken out of the wrapper.
Yeah, taken out of the wrapper. Huh. Yeah, if it goes sideways.
That's our exit strategy.
Yeah.
We're just giving away Balenciaga boards on the wheel for like a week straight. We got all these weird people be like, yeah, it's $1,000, or let's see, I think the max you can super chat is $500 a day. $500 super chat gets you a chance to win. Just got these dudes dropping super chats left and right. Oh, it'd be fucking hilarious.
And then we'll make homemade splits out of it and charge twice as much. Still got that skill saw?
I do have a skill saw. I know how to use it. Not well, but I know how to use it.
I was going to say,
All right. We got Rich Shinazi. Height, 9.5 bananas. Weight, 475 unpeeled bananas at a banana measurement system. I mean, banana for scale?
9.4.
You trying to do some math?
Yeah, some banana math.
It's maybe about 50
I was like,
pounds.
how many bananas is 9.5 bananas? But then it's like 8 inches of banana. It's not that big.
That's if it's the big ones. What if it's the fat little stubby plantains?
It could be.
You know?
Yeah.
It's an inaccurate system. It's like telling people it's 12 miles as the crow flies. What fucking crow's flying 12 miles straight?
Yeah.
I've seen those fuckers. They see a shiny object and suddenly they're like, oh. Then they see Tommie. Like, I got to get out of here. I'm going to get eaten.
That's like Crest of Butte to Aspen. It's like 20 miles as the crow flies, but you can't
go
there.
Gotta go like loop.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
Like, you can be on Aspen, and if you're in the right spot, you can see it.
Yeah.
Like, if you had a snowmobile, you could go straight there.
Yeah. I was like, hell, if you hit the run right, you might be able to only have to hike up half the next part, and then like you're pretty much there. And it's like, huh? What? Like, And it's like, no, that's 4.5 hours away. And you're like, I can see it. That's not right. I don't know. Got to write our local congressman. Why don't they just put a gondola from one to the other?
Probably because some environmental group will say that they need to protect like some godforsaken animal that they have never seen there in the last 50 years. All right. I like this one from Rye Guy. I'm from Texas and can confirm there isn't shit to do here, and we regularly try to escape the shithole. Have you seen this place? I drove across the state of Texas once. I had to go to Clinton, Louisiana with my friends Stephen and Anita and their daughter. I drove them down there during the pandemic to drop Anita and her daughter off at her dad's. And I had to drive from the Panhandle all the way through Louisiana, through like Baton Rouge and shit. Let me tell you what there is in Texas. Nothing. It's hot.
It's hot.
There's oil derricks and cows. No one knows how to drive for shit. They do have, though, they weren't open, but they did have drive-through liquor stores.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also, which is wild to me, like their roads or their highways are so far apart from each other, and it's like 85, 90 miles an hour, whatever, for the speed limit. But you're going 100 comfortably, and you just see the cop just whip it around through the ditch, and you're like, what the hell is that about? And you're like, I'm getting pulled over now. But I have been to Amarillo. That place is...
Oh, Amarillo is awful.
Dude, they're very proud that it's like they have the second biggest canyon in the U.S. apart from the Grand Canyon, and it is so fucking tiny. Like, I was like, this is it, guys? And they're like, this is the second biggest. So I was like, I mean, I don't know.
The high point of me driving through Texas, through Amarillo, was driving past Terry Funk's ranch. And I was like, fuck yeah, the Funker. And I was so proud that I was like, Terry Funk lives right there. And I was like, that man is the hardcore champion of the world in my eyes. He got blown up by C4 at New Japan Wrestling while fighting Mick Foley. And that was like the high point of my trip. And like everyone in the car was like, we don't care. And I was like, but
we don't care.
You can't.
But yeah, I've been to Dallas and I've been to Austin. I mean, I don't know. I guess the only thing to do there in the winter would be eat. They have some pretty good Tex-Mex there.
The power stays on if they get 1 inch of snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Like, yeah, I don't really know what you do there. Drink? Shoot guns, maybe?
Impregnate your sister?
Well, that's more of Alabama.
True. All right. We'll take this one from Nathaniel. How does the battalion blow sound for a beginner who wants into the train park? Fuck yeah, absolutely perfect. That is a ride it into the ground and destroy it board.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, here we go from Luke Scherzenowski. They're clever and new. Are they, though? Are they really clever and new? I mean, they keep saying they're the only ones that have done this, and yet I got this, and Burton did it with the fusion binding. So they're not clever or new. Hashtag hard booting is just skiing. Correct. Hashtag tit anal. Hashtag toe side is scary. True. Hashtag posse gang. Hashtag East Coast pow gang. Hashtag German engineering. I mean, if this is what they consider high-end German engineering, I guess we never have to worry about the Reich rising up again. So, yeah, that was a Nazi joke. I went there. Like, I've seen what BMW is doing these days. There's not much good coming out.
No, you got to have a subscription for your heated steering wheel and heated seat.
Heated steering wheel is a separate subscription.
I mean, it's so stupid, but if they're going to make, I guess, the car cheaper and then be like, you got to pay for this add-on, like, okay, for 3 months out of the year, I guess I'll get heated seat and steering wheel for $8 a month. But
fuck that.
It didn't even make the car cheaper.
And I'll find a cigarette adapter seat cover that's heated and plug it in. I'll be like, beat you fuckers, as the thing starts on fire and the whole car burns to the ground.
They need to bring back cigarette lighters in cars like that. Not enough kids have been burnt by it, and it shows. Like,
it does.
Hey, what's that do? You remember the ones that, like, you would push it in like the old, like, F350, F250, and it would literally shoot across the seat.
Yeah,
at
because
you.
they had
You're
so
like,
much recoil in the spring. Yeah. We had a Chevy Scottsdale, which was like an old box body truck. That was like my first truck I had. And that thing, you had to be careful with that cigarette lighter when you did put it in like
yeah.
that. I mean, I definitely burned my hand on a cigarette lighter when I was a kid.
Oh,
What the hell was it? Ah!
yeah, I remember pushing one, like riding bitch, like with my dad and my uncle, because we had a bench seat truck, like
Yep.
pushing that thing on, and it like shoots out like right in between my legs. Like, oh shit, what is that thing? Yeah, that was. You'll learn real quick with that. But they need to bring it back.
I still remember having a babysitter that was like, "Come on, kids, get in the back of the pickup truck." Biggest kid up against the back, and then the next biggest, and they just all held on each other. We weren't allowed to ride in the cab because that's where the dog sat. And this wasn't like she was just driving like a mile or two. She'd drive like 60 miles down a highway at 70 miles an hour with us like that.
Jesus. I love that. What about the one where they had the S10 that you just faced the person in the back
jump
seat?
seats in the back, yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom had one of those, and so did one of my babysitters when I was a kid. And we couldn't put, like, I don't think I used a child safety seat after the age of 3. And now they're like, no, 10-year-olds have to use them. And I'm like, what? Like, I was supposed to go get my nephew the one day, and now they're like, yeah, no, just come on over and grab the car. It's easier than taking the child safety seat out. And I was just like, he'll be fine. I'll just buckle him in. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a Volvo. It's the safest car on the road. There's plenty of airbags to cushion him.
Just don't put him in the front seat. He'll be fine. That was the rule. Sit in the back seat, buckle up. You're going to be fine. Okay.
Yeah. There's definitely a whole generation that's been coddled a little too much.
Yeah.
Like over vacation, this dude hit me up and made some threats to me because he was making claims that the Megadeth is the most warranted snowboard of all time from Capita. And I was just like, no, that's not true. That's the Stairmaster. Watch Blue Montgomery's bomb hole. He'll even say it almost bankrupted the company. Yeah. I was like, and he's just going on. And I was like, thank you for your non-factual based comment that means nothing in the grand scheme of things. And he's like, fuck you. Fuck this, and all this shit. And so he's going on and on and on with me. And he's like, if I ever see you at Copper, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. This dude is a male model and has an IMDb page. Like he's very Googleable, And I'm like, dude, you're highly Googleable. Like, you're not someone that should be making threats to anyone in this situation. And I was like, you're like 130 pounds soaking wet. I was like, I will crush you if I absolutely have to. And I was like, let alone Colorado is a stand my ground state. You just made a threat at me. It's viable. And I was like, you're a male model who probably doesn't have his face insured. I will literally bite it off. I will Hannibal Lecter you.
What's that movie with Chris? There's a movie with Chris Farley where he's got the front of his nose bitten off, and it's a Norm Macdonald.
That's Dirty Work. That's Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang. And he plays this guy who the Saigon Horror bit his nose up. And he's like, through the whole movie, he's like, the Saigon Horror bit my nose. And then at the end of the movie, he drives off with the Saigon Horror that bit his nose off.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
I was like 8 or 10 years old when I saw that. I haven't seen that since.
I think that came out my senior year of high school. So I was like 01, I think. 2000, 2001, somewhere around there.
It had to be before that because Chris Farley was dead in like 01.
Was he? Maybe it came out in like 99. I don't know. I remember watching it my senior year though. But yeah, it was too funny. Did I already give him a spin? I didn't. Did I?
No. Well, what does it say?
Click the link. So I think we did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. We got Baskin Throb and Smash Pow. God damn it. I know he is. He's at Echo right now. Smash and Pow.
Still nothing.
Small sticker pack. Boom.
Nice.
He knows how to collect that. So anyone that won anything today, make sure you email me info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address, and then I'll make TC mail them out.
Yeah. I'm going to need more stamps soon.
Yeah, I'll go down tomorrow and pick some up.
Need some big ones. I'm good on small ones. Big ones.
Yeah, big ones. Yeah, I'll go pick up some. All right, we got Caleb Copley. Can I wear size 11s on a normal board? Depends on how wide it is at the inserts.
Yeah,
That's
depends
the
on the
big
board.
thing. Yeah, that's
Depends on the board and it depends on the boot.
Yeah,
if you
that
have
too.
like if you got a K2 or a ride, you might be all right. If you got a Vans, probably not. Like,
Burton,
but
you're going to be fine.
yeah, probably.
Ugh. All right. Okay. From Simi 007, do you prefer the Rome Katanas or the Battalion Astro ASM? Astro ASM.
Mm-hmm. Strap.
I like the high back on the Katanas more, though.
Oh.
But, yeah. All right. Coffin. Tough times for Geneseo Light, Avron. So there's in Genesee, so there's a beer that's Jenny Cream Ale, Genesee beer. There's the Genesee River. It's made with the water from the Genesee River Valley. You do not want to ever go in that water. It's very polluted. It's very, very.
You got good beer.
Yeah,
I've had a Genesee before.
Sometimes, yeah, you don't want to drink Jenny Light. You don't want to drink Jenny. Period. That stuff's trash. Ugh. Ooh, nothing. All right. So we got this one from Bart Simpson Head. Guys, I have my old 2012 Union Contact Pros and 2013 now IPOs, but looking for newer models. What goes well with a Yes 420 powder hull and a Battalion Thunder? Heading to Austria in weeks. Hashtag Stoke is real. God, man, those are so ancient at this point. Those are over 10 years old.
I mean, if you want to stick on like the Union Contact Pro style, probably a pair of Ultras.
Ultra.
Yeah, I'd go an Ultra on that. I might look at like the now Selects instead of IPOs.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like maybe a Select Pro if you really want to get a little bit stiffer, but like I would say something with a little bit extra oomph to it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I mean, if you want something with a similar feel to the Contact Pros, go with the Ultra for sure. When it comes to now, I'd go Select or Select Pro, bump up from that IPO, and you'll get more response. And that'd be a better match on that Battalion Thunder. So,
yeah.
All right. And we got this super chat from Mr. Thomas Bennet. Hashtag Bird Boys, hashtag Bird Banter, hashtag Benetek. I rode with Tommie today.
Hey, Tommie.
Nice. Made a couple laps with him. He didn't want to ride POW.
I was going to say, word on the street is the man doesn't ride POW.
He rides POW occasionally, but he was worried about it hurting his hip, and I don't blame him with how choppy it was getting underneath. I even told him that.
Dude, yesterday, if he tried to ride POW, he would be just dead today.
Yesterday we were going to meet up with G from CB Days, one of the owners, and I was like, "Hey, we're leaving Frisco. We'll be there in like 15." We get there, we park. I give him a call, and he's like, "I'm cooked," and I was like, "What? It's been 20 minutes.
Like 2 runs.
Cooked." And then we go up and ride, and I was like, "Oh, he got like first drop right through underground, buried under Mogul Field." Probably just got bucked the whole way, 2,000 vertical drop, and just It was like, I'm done.
Because that's what happened to us. We were like, because coming up the lift, it was like very mild, like moguls. You're like, that looks really good.
Yeah.
And then it's just like such windblown shit that it was like, bam, right into it. And you're like, oh, this sucks. This really sucks.
Yeah.
Today was great though. Today was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, today was better than yesterday, that's for sure. I was having fun. A lot of low angle POW, but they're opening more terrain. So anyone coming to Copper, just be prepared. You're probably, if you're coming up this weekend for MLK weekend, you might hit some rocks. It was pretty good though. So
there's some rock scraping for sure, but you'll see where that is pretty much because there's a lot of idiots.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Francois Seguin. Splinko for Slim. Hashtag let it snow. Hashtag Bird Gang. Yeah, we got to figure out the whole plink your line thing. Like, I'm going to have to build something to mount it to a wall, and that
wouldn't be bad.
It's a thing.
It's going to be a problem.
If I mounted it to the wall, like if I could find a way to get it to sit on the board holder, like a way to hit it, that would be fine. And then a way to like create a drop thing so we can just pull it across and it would drop. I don't know. I got to play around with it some more. That's like It's going to come back. It's a matter of time. So, yeah. Well, Francois, you won yourself a small sticker pack. And make sure you email me info@angrysnowboarder.com and we'll get that to you. Oh, here we go from Simon. Busted my Megadeth at Steamboat on some unmarked rocks. Most warranted board in all of Capita's history. So warranted. Can't warranty it though.
No. Well, take it to Steam or take it to Powder Tools. They might be able to fix it.
Yeah. And Letters wants everyone to know cocaine and Taco Bell. Weight loss by TC.
I mean, hey, it all goes bad instead of Jenny Craig.
Click the links, people. Click the links. All right. We got this one from Eric Fernanding. Would you get a Solomon Huck knife or an abstract for a do-it-all board? Fuck the abstract. That board is such a piece of shit. I fucking hate that thing. Oh, we made a unisex board. We combined this one and this one, which were two good boards, into one and made a fucking turd. This is like what happens when two cousins hump and the baby pops out, and you just look at it and you're like, yep, that's definitely inbred. I'm going to make you ride the abstract this year.
All right. That's fair.
Watch, you're going to give it a good review just out of spite.
just to really fuck with everybody. Be like, wait, what the hell? No, I'll ride it this year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. So we got this one from Sam Elms. Rome Stalefish versus the Karua Transition Finder. Which would you rather be on at Brighton? Stalefish if it's this year's Stalefish. If it's last year's, no. This year's Stalefish, yes. But couldn't go wrong with either of those. And I just another shout out about Butter Dojo Blows shilling practice mats to stand on your snowboard with. Yeah, you can go down to your local TJ Maxx and buy a yoga mat, and it's the same thing. So thank you, Wallabeezy 360. But that guy gets some flack. I didn't really like follow his shit, but like then it's that Soldier for Christ or whatever thing. It's a cult. It's a fucking cult. I don't fuck with that shit. Because if there's going to be one cult, it's the cult of Angry Snowboarder Spins. Letters has gone clear. He's reached level 420.
Yeah.
Beziums is close.
He is close.
All right. So we got this super chat from Mitchell Wright. Got the 23 Now Select Pros shared across 3 boards. Yes, standard on ink. Yes, hybrid, and the Weston Japao. What second binding should I buy, or should I just buy a couple of the Now quick change kits? You could do the quick change kits. Like I thought about those for reviews for a while, that I was like, oh, I could just buy the kits and then I could just set the kits up and I just be like, boom, 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 pop, pop, pop. But they're not as quick as you think. They're quick, but they're not. I mean, I don't know. I'm a big fan of just get like multiple pairs of the same binding, so that way you can just set up multiple boards. That's just me, though.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's pretty good stiffness on a binding, but I mean, I'd probably go something stiffer if you were to, but you really don't need to. I'd say save the money, get the kit, and just swap it. And then next time you need to buy new bindings, just buy another pair of Nows or Jones, and then now you got multiple pairs. But like maybe, I don't know, a drive might be very similar to the Select Pro, so something stiffer than the drive, but I wouldn't say the drive EXs are stiffest.
CX, the drive, it's
CX.
Drive CX,
Yeah.
Drive Pro, Drive, Select Pro, Select, IPO. There's something else in there that I think I'm missing.
There's something in between the IPO and the...
There's that new binding, and I can't think of the name of it, and I know we wrote it.
Did they get rid of the Pilot? No, the Pilot's still there, isn't it?
No, the Pilot's gone.
Okay.
I think the Pilot's gone.
They changed so much shit next year for bindings wise.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna have fun with that. So are we.
Yeah. All right. Let's give you a spin.
They look good though. I will say that. They look solid.
Oh! Did you see that last click? It was like,
I did.
All right. Well, you won yourself a jumbo sticker pack, sir. So, I think my pen is dying.
Here, I got one for you.
Either that or I'm holding it at a weird angle.
You got to get a space pen.
Dude, they're
Fine
from the
belt.
future.
They're from the future. Rides
All right,
upside down.
Mitchell, you want yourself a jumbo sticker pack? So just email me info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address, and we'll go there. Also, we got to do this PSA from Wallabeezy 360. For some dumb reason, I've been looking at Reddit snowboarding. Complete AIDS. I don't know what I was thinking. Dude, that is the dumbest shit on earth. The people that post in there are fucking stupid. Like, literally dumb. Dumb. Like, there is no hope of fixing them. People will send me stuff, and I'm like, nope, won't even click it. Don't care. Don't care. Yeah, it's really, really bad. Let's see. All right, we'll take this one from Steve K. Is a Captain Merc an upgrade from a typo, or will the difference be negligible? That's a lateral move. It's not worth it.
Is it a Capita Merc or is it a Nidecker Merc?
Oh, if it's a Nidecker Merc, it's a step down.
That's what I was thinking. Like when I saw that,
if
I
it's
was
a
like,
Nidecker Merc, it's a step down. If it's a Captain Mercury, it's a lateral move. So,
yeah, exactly. So take it as you will.
Yeah. From Tibby TT, some people just didn't get the irony in early snowboard film parody of Spring Break's new video. Go do your history lesson or click the cultural mystery link of the week, and you guys will love it. So, all right. All right, let's see. We got Charles here. Stay safe out there. Don't go in the backcountry if you don't know what you're doing. True facts. The backcountry is deadly. Hell, even the front country is deadly. There was an avalanche at inbounds off the KT-22 at Palisades, and I think 1 or 2 people died. And so
yeah, and then over 20 injured.
Yeah, like that shouldn't have been opened. That was yeah.
Well, and then a few years ago there was that one inbounds at Taos as well.
Yeah, and there's the one in Breck that they don't talk about in the one bowl that buried 4 people up to their knees. Like avalanches happen. I mean, I remember 10 years ago, I broke off a big one at Breck out in Windows. I was like coming through, popped an ollie off a roller and like hit this wind lip cornice, and the whole thing cracked and slid. And I was just like, ooh. And,
yeah, I remember we had a
I've
squad
done a few at the basin in the last few years too. I did a decent sized one on the backside. I hiked up to the cell tower and then dropped in, and there's like that little ravine, and I popped it in, and it broke, and it was like a 3-foot deep slab and like 10 feet across, and it slid like 5-6 feet, and I just pointed it, and I was like, be aware of your surroundings, too. So
yeah, we were up in North St. Pat's. This was 5 years ago at this point, 6 years ago maybe, but we were up there and there's like 6 of us, and one guy comes above us and we just see him come, and just this whole slab like right above us just slide like 3 feet and then stop, and we're all looking at each other and we're like, we told him, we're like, you stop, we're gonna go down, and then like you come down once we yell for you, but like if you move, we're dead. Like it's gonna push us off this cliff.
Yeah, so if you're going in the backcountry, check the snow report, check the avalanche report, know how to use a beacon, understand how to use your shovel probe, know how to rapid deploy everything you need, know some kind of first aid, have a plan, have a contact for if you have a plan so that you will contact them when you're back to safety. Just make sure people know where you are, do everything. I'm not a big backcountry guy. I like riding flying couches because I'm lazy as shit. Like, I don't even like hiking inbounds. I'm like, it's too much work. They're like, come on, it's only 5 minutes. And I'm like, that's a 5-minute hike. I could be halfway down a run and back up.
I was surprised today when you asked, you're like, you want to do that? And I was like, we're hiking? And you're like, no. And I was like, okay. But yeah, that was like a 10-step hike. And I was like, you want to hike up that? And you're like, no. I was like, okay.
I mean, it was there. The thought crossed my mind for about 30 seconds. And I was like, doesn't look that tracked over there. It's probably good.
It probably was.
And I slowly started thinking about it, and I was like, that snow gets really flat. This snow's heavy, and there's no packing underneath it. I'm going to get stuck.
Yeah, and I couldn't feel my feet, so.
Yeah, that too.
Walking's not great at that point.
No. So, all right, let's give this man a spin. Toe side, never. All right, here we go. From Jason Robertson, opinion on Blake Paul joining Ride. Fuck yeah. Stoked. I can't wait to see what he does over there. Like, I feel like they're bringing him on to slowly phase out Blauvelt.
I could see that. Two very similar riders,
Yep.
and like their peaks and stuff. Like I could definitely see that. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I want to see what his new pro model is going to be when it comes out. But yeah. Should be pretty sweet.
Yeah. So we got Tanky. How does the Astro Full Reps pair with the Arbor Satori? Might be a little overpowering, but should match up fairly well.
Yeah.
Yep. Answer that somewhere else. Let's see. R Rainer 00. You've designed the Marhar Lumberjack. What's the next angry design idea? Stocks. I'm going to design stocks. Buy shares of Angry Corp.
Oh. Angry Corp.
Angry Corp. Angry Corp Worldwide. LLC. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we'll take this one from Tyler Richter. Dislocated my shoulder 2 weeks ago at Bachelor. Been rubbing CB days on it, and I feel like $1,000,000. Hitting Timberline tomorrow. You CB days really does work, though. My mom, and dad just use that for their arthritis so much. My mom's like, it's the best thing. My hands never hurt anymore. So let's give this man a spin. Ollie, some slow signs, people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a good one for you from Nobody Special. Jones Aviator 2.0. Is Victor like 6'19"? Why is the reference stance a mile apart? We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah. So I asked Travis, our rep, about it. I was like, what the hell is up with this thing? Like, it's all Jones boards, but it's because at the factory, that's where they put the reference stance. Like, Jones doesn't actually get a say where their reference stance goes. Like, I have my Aviator right there. I think that one's got a 23. That one's a 22.8, and it's a 156. My 159 has a 23.8, and it's like, who the hell is that for? But I don't know. I just always say go one in from the first bolts for the first mounts that they have, one out from that. Yeah. But yeah, no idea why. I don't get it. Victor's stance doesn't even look that big. Like when you see him riding, it doesn't look like Sean White's or anything like that. But yeah, that's a factory thing. And I have asked them so many times to stop doing that. And they're like, no, that's just the way the factory makes it. I'm like, okay.
All right. So we got Brandon Johnston. Do you have any recommendations for a directional carver for people with size 12 boots? Yeah, the Karua stuff should fit a size 12 easily. And there's a bunch of stuff. Amplit has a few in there as well. Like the bigger thing is rather than just give you board recommendations, go look at Karua's line, go look at Amplit's line. You can check out the Peace Seeker from Ride. Let's see what else.
Free Carver 9000.
Free Carver 9000 from Jones. Yep. So yeah.
The Alchemist might actually work for you too in the 160. What is that? 160 wide and then a 164 or 3 wide, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got here. All right. We'll take this super chat from Parker. Have a ride Super Pig right now. Want an all mountain free ride board. Ride in Utah, mostly steep moguls, trees. Why are you riding steep moguls? Tree shoots, cliffs, powdered side hits, and I don't ride park besides smaller jumps. 11.5 boot, 160 pounds. Grab the ride Deep Fake or a Yes Pick Your Line on Ink.
Yeah.
Those would
I was thinking of a Mountain Pig.
Yeah, if you want something stiffer than your Super Pig, Mountain Pig too.
Or if you want something similar, you could go a Peace Seeker. I think that would probably be that have a little bit more guts in the tail than your Super Pig does.
Yeah.
Great in the trees.
And then we've got, we got to give Parker a spin too. Toe side, never. But we got Kevin S. Fun fact about the Capita Megadeth. I own one, and you can't scan the NFC tag to register it because of the carbon in the board. Capita told me to keep my receipt for my warranty claims. It's always smart to keep that too, because if it ever gets stolen, you've got the receipt too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that though. Did you?
I didn't. I hadn't heard that one. I'm not surprised, but
no. Well, I know on the Mega Merc it was kind of a pain in the ass to find it with the phone. Like you would have to like run it over,
move it around.
right?
Yeah,
a lot. And on some boards, you literally get like 5 inches away from it and it just pops it right up, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like the DOAs and the indoor survivals, you're just like boop boop.
Yep.
Yeah. So. All right. And then we've got Melvin Del Rosario. I'm now cleansed from kookness after finding your channel. Are you? Are you sure? That sounds like you're proclaiming that you're kook free. Have we? Has TC blessed you in the sacred waters of Lake Minnetonka?
Lake Minnetonka.
Lake Minnetonka. Do you practice better riding through modern asymmetry?
Do you turn toe side? This might not be for you then. No.
Yeah. What do you do? Huh? What have you done to prove that you're not kooky? You know?
How big is your backpack speaker?
Yeah, exactly. Do you wear dope in Montec with a Rurock helmet? How many pairs of Clue bindings do you have?
That's fair.
All right. We got KD with the super chat. Just ordered a 2023 Endeavor Archetype. What other board you think would complement it for the Canadian Rockies? Finally going to retire the 06 Forum Destroyer. You probably want something that's like just a directional twin.
Yeah.
You know, for like groomer days, playing around in the spring, shit like that. Nothing too crazy. Like if you want stiffer, ride algorithm softer, ride shadow band. What would be your choice?
I mean, if we're going directional twin, I'd say the Mercury or even a Manifest, depending on how like a K2 man. I know you don't like the K2 Manifest, but I would say that could also be one that would probably be a good daily driver. Your Forum Destroyer sounds like it just got broken in though, so you probably got a few years left on that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 06. I mean, come on, it's only 18 years old. It's just finally legal enough to buy cigarettes and vote and can join the military.
You can't even buy cigarettes anymore. You gotta be 21.
What?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
2 years ago?
This is bullshit. I want children smoking at the age of 9. I want this. They want them working in the mines.
Yeah. I mean, if you can go and fight overseas, you should be able to have a little heater after, you know?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We'll take this. Well, we got to give KD a spin here. Ooh, next question gets a spin, so we'll find one after this one from Chris Baum. Happy New Year's, boys. How would a crew dart ride with negative angle on the back foot versus posi that seems to be recommended? Thanks. I rode it. I rode a duck stance and it was fine.
Yeah.
So did you, didn't you?
Yeah. When I rode my Karoo boards, yeah. -3 on the back. I don't know. It's kind of like those guys like to turn a lot. So
yeah. They like to really throw their hips into it. Like going posi, you got to understand it changes your hip alignment on the snowboard. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I would say go with
click those links, people. Click those links. So we got to find the next question and give them a spin. Let's see. Ooh, okay. We're going to take this one from Viet Nguyen. Love your videos. I relied on them heavily when looking for my new board. I got a cap and a black snowboard to death, but I have a set of fixed truces for them right now. Should I keep them or consider an upgrade? I'm going to tell you to upgrade because that is not stiff enough of a binding for it. Good binding, not stiff enough. You need to look into something. What are your two choices?
I mean, if you were going to stay the fix route, just because you do get quite a good bang for your buck on there, I would, The softest I would go would be the Magnum. The RB1 would probably be ideally what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's what I was
if
thinking.
you're-
The RB1.
Yeah, but the softest I would go would be the Magnum. It's got enough, but it might not be. You might not totally get everything out of the board, so probably the RB1 there. Otherwise, like the Atlas by Capita or by Union, I would say maybe an Atlas Pro.
Yep.
Am I there? Okay.
Did I?
Otherwise, I mean, you can't go wrong with Jones Mercury's. What do you got?
No. Well, I'm definitely with you on the Atlas Pro on that, and then I would say probably just throw an Astro full wrap on too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, let's give this man a spin. TC rigged this. So I think that we're going to call it a day. We kind of caught up on questions. We did that. But if you're thinking of coming up to Steamboat for the Slash and Burn, we've got a link in the description. Do that. You can race against TC. Maybe you'll get interviewed by me. Who knows? I'll be out there, man on the street. Haven't done one of those videos probably since 2016. We're a little overdue.
Man on the course. Yeah,
2016.
I'll be at the top.
It's been 8 years since I did one. Jesus.
Ooh, it's time.
Yeah. Don't forget, we got the Cultural Mystery Link of the week. There's also a bunch of videos down there for you guys to check out in there. If you're shopping online, click the affiliate links. Check out what we got going on for you guys. We're trying to get you guys taken care of and whatnot. So in there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in for the first live stream of the year. Stoked to be back. Check out our Discord. We got a link in the description as well, So we're either talking about bananas, clue bindings, or Fort Minor, the game that does exist. But anyways, guys, we'll see you in another video, and we'll be back next Thursday with another live stream.